The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Another carry for Herbert on second down. Down the right sideline. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 49 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Once more. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
He'll get that complete to Albert.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
They'll run with Herbert.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. For the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's got him in. Complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Out of the gun, Watson.
A short throw to Musgrave.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They run it with Chandler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Chandler. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead.
This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone when things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll go again with Herbert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. And off right side for Herbert. Able to slither by. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 90 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Up the middle, Johnson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Herbert. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Khalil Herbert, 14 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. To the air yet again. Watson. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And Watson has it right side. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Watson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. To throw is Watson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They'll throw now on the final play. Going for the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Off to the races. Inside the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Chandler. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Over the middle. Now loose football. The ball comes out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 41-yard line.
A handoff for Herbert. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
3rd and 3. Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies doing 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lucas Van Ness drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Faking the give. Now Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, Chandler. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. Short throw to Musgrave. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Chandler. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Quick throw completed by Watson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Joe Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Hardman on the return. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Herbert powering up the middle. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll set up to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now, their friend, as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Given 3 on first down, it'll set up a 2nd and 7. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts. And
under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. T.J. Edwards, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Watson, off play action. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Chandler, and the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Second and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chandler. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson now going to run the option right. And he will be brought down with a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. And they take a knee.
Everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. So with that knee, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show.
The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl. But they have to win next week after winning this one.
We're set.
The Packers are moving on as we say thanks for watching and so long.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.